What's up, preppers? I'm here with. I don't know why that's appeared. I'm here with a quick live report. Just doing a. I was going to do a news video tonight and record it, but because this is current, I thought I'd go live just in case anybody doesn't get a chance to see them. This is the live Aurora's map, and you can see. So it's how strong they are, the colours, but you can see yet again they're going as far down south as middle of the UK there. There's Leeds, Manchester, all around here, all up Scotland, and it's even strong as you get up into the islands up here, as well as going across a lot of Europe. This is live currently as is. Refresh that now. 4 minutes past 10 GMT. Hi Justin, how you doing? None in the southwest, I don't think, at the moment. We can zoom right in on this. It does zoom out every time it refreshes, so we've got to kind of do it quick. Yeah, so you can see this shaded bit is possible, like ever so slightly, and as you go darker into the green here, so it is pretty much all of the UK. The southwest might get a tiny bit, but you're going to have to be in like pitch black and probably is looking through a lens to see them. And as we go up the UK here, they're getting a lot stronger, as you can see, till you get to the very tip there. This is kind of unexpected out the blue, this CME. I assume the backlash or the tail end of that X8 that we saw. Hi Gregory, how's it going? Yeah, so unexpected Aurora alerts happening right now, which is cool. Not sure how long it'll hang around for, how strong it will get, whether our friends in the States will see anything. Nothing's over them yet, but I know they're still in daylight at the moment anyway, so we shall see later on. Currently KP6 on the index. You can see even this Aurora map here has got us covered there. When we had them big Auroras, this was all yellow, I should mention, so not as strong, but a possibility nonetheless. And as you can see here, the storm is heading into moderate storm. When it has hit this line here at the bottom, which is -100, it'll be a strong storm. So it's kind of predicted to level out, but the actual observations are getting it stronger. Currently a G2. Solar winds pretty stable across the board. The density's dropped though, so yeah, worth keeping an eye on tonight. Possibly, I'm not sure if I'll go live on the actual solar monitoring. I'll just do this report just to make sure nobody misses out on them northern lights again if you were sleeping through them last time. Ouch Gout says evening. Good evening, sir. How are you? I'm in the green bit, says Justin. There you go. Hopefully you'll get to see something. It depends how much ambient light you've got around you. Did you see the report with HAARP experiments happening at the same time? No, I've not seen that report. So not sure with that one. We are starting to see a pickup in the actual solar activity as well. You can see we've just had a level C pretty much all day, and we're just jumped up now. We're at M5.5. Still rising, starting to level off, so I don't think it's going to be any sort of X class at the moment, but we'll keep a close eye on that. While we wait for them graphs to update, we'll have a look at some of the other stuff going on. This was an interesting one. Intelligence article from the Ministry of Defence talking about the defence minister change in Russia. saying it's likely to prove extremely challenging for Belousov given the high degrees of corruption in the Russian MOD and armed forces. The change of defense minister is highly unlikely to have major immediate impact on the prosecution of the Russian war in Ukraine, with Putin also announcing that there will be no changes to senior appointments in the general staff of the Russian armed forces. The current Russian approach to the war is likely outcome. People are saying, "Oh, he's not got a military background. He's more financial. He's an economist." But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's having anything to do with it. I think he is a complete devoted blind follower of Putin, so that's why he's being put where he's being put. It's a random advert. News that Russian oil refinery in Torps shut down after the Ukrainian drone attack, as you can see there. Flames coming out the side there, definitely affecting their supplies then. At dawn on May 17th, powerful explosions occurred at an oil refinery. The Russian Ministry of Defense stated that during the night, Russian PVO allegedly shot down 44 drones over the Krasnodar territory. So they obviously didn't get them all because some got through, as you can see there. This is a strike that we're hearing about from Russia missiles on a NATO hub, logistics hub. This is Russian footage, so I'm not sure how. I think it could be legit. Looks pretty devastating, but yeah, this is an attack directly on a NATO hub. Whether we class that as an attack on NATO and an escalation, I'm not sure. I've not heard anything about casualties or anything yet, but you can see there that absolutely destroyed whatever's inside. I did hear rumours that was somewhere with loads of drones. Hezbollah fired 100 rockets to northern Israel, and there you can see how cool is that, the Iron Dome. Most of the rockets were taken out by the Iron Dome. 2 Israeli civilians were injured, but just technology-wise, that Iron Dome is something else, isn't it? It's really cool. This was an interesting headline because of the use of the words New World Order. That's scary. Is Putin's visit to China a defining step towards shaping a new world order? Russia's latest visit comes as Russia's dependence on China has increased in the face of crippling Western sanctions, but they're doing massive trade with China. It is scary times. This is from the Ministry of Defense Intelligence for the latest progress on the war. I'm not going to fully analyse this. There's loads of cool YouTube channels that do that. I just wanted to scan through the news. And just as I'm talking about investing in silver, check this out for any of you potential investors out there. Look at this spike today. We've gone from 23.43 up to 24.82 in less than a day. That's insane. So, silver, if you don't know, will soon become rarer and rarer and a more valuable commodity, so it is worth investing. I'm just using Bullion by Post for their graph. I don't use them to buy my silver. That's entirely your choice. I'm not sponsored. So, back to this. The links clearly don't work because it wants to take me to a random place. Oh, depending on your zoom level, whether it disappears or not. It looks like the thick of it, the more likely to see it, is Manchester and upwards. So northeast, northwest. Looks like the people are more likely to see something here. It's not overly accurate, obviously. I'm pretty sure it won't be doing the exact square around Dublin. It's just the way this is rendering. That's it. Just wanted to quickly jump on and tell you that. Oh, this is still at 7.25. Let's make sure this drops before we go off. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on because the amount of people that said to me they fell asleep, or they missed the Northern Lights last time they were visible in the UK, so I wanted to jump on just to alert people, because if they get the live notification with the thumbnail I've done, they might go outside and look, so it might help somebody see something they didn't expect to. Currently still at G2. Just waiting for this to move now. Justin says, oh, it could be an X flare. How interesting. Can't tell if that's sarcasm. It could be just the way I'm reading it. Still haven't got the latest observation through there. The disturbance storm. No worries, Gregory. Feels super awkward doing lives like this. I don't mind doing lives when somebody else is on, but or when it's just solar monitoring, but I just literally thought, crap, if I record a video, edit the video, upload the video, do all the spam that comes along with that, by the time it's actually up there on YouTube, it could be gone. So, you know, we don't need ad revenue. We just need to let you know it's going on. Come on, level off. Hi Angela, how are you? Angela's a member, that's why she's got a cool little flag next to her name. Thank you for the updates. No problem. Just trying to keep people in the loop. This was while we're waiting to see what that flare does, if you didn't see my latest video, I showed this cluster here, but it was further out on the edge. So you can see as it comes in now that it's going to be quite a substantial cluster when you compare it with what we've had. 3679 started to grow, but it's still like that singular with a tiny bit, but this could be quite significant as it comes around the face. So that's one we need to keep an eye on there. It was at 7.25, but looks like it's leveling off, so we'll wait for the next reading to come through if that starts to drop down. No problems, Gregory. Appreciate you jumping in and joining. Hello, David John. I am Angela. I'm all good. I started my new job a week ago. It's great company, great people, great benefits. So can't complain. Just realised my Union Jacks fell down, and you can see all my overflow of preps. It's not very neat and tidy, is it? Where's that gone? There we go. This is what happens when you buy clips from a car boot sale. Stay. That's better. There we go. Current value M6.73. So that's starting to drop. So that's it for now. I will still keep an eye. All my solar monitoring stays on 24/7. So if something significant happens, if it starts to pick up a lot more, then I'll jump back on. I might leave the Aurora map on and just leave the stream going in case anybody else joins. But me, myself, and I is going to jump off. So thanks for joining me, guys. Do appreciate you being here. Good evening, Miss Worm. How are you doing, Harry Numbers? Don't need that feedback in. Did I scare you? Don't think it will, unless we get. Hey, Scottish. This seems to be the backlash of the CME that they said wasn't Earth facing, so it's creating these auroras. I was saying before, we can zoom in on the UK. Ignore the fact it disappears, that's just the resolution. So even down as far as Exeter, Southampton, there's a very faint chance, but the further north you go, the stronger it is. This orange line was down here when we first started, so it is receding a bit now. So just got to keep an eye on it. And then it refreshes and zooms out. I am quiet. That's because somebody's sleeping in the other room, so I apologise. I have to use my CD radio voice. I just literally turned this on to do a news update, so the start of this stream, if you skip back, is a bit of news from all over the place. But I thought I'd do it live instead of a recorded video because this Aurora's here now. Yes, I've got all three tonight, Scottish. Look at you pretending you don't enjoy it. You have to look to the skies tonight, Scottish, see if you can see anything. Apparently it's there at the moment. Allegedly. Sounds like a request, Miss Worm. Proven fact, if you speak in a lower tone, you're less likely to wake the children up. Higher pitched tones wakes them up. Wow. Good job, you can't see what you're typing. That's all I'll say. Some wicked CMEs coming off that 7 days CMEs video. You can see when we had the 8 how intense it like swirls down to the right. Thing is, the volume on this is just through OBS. If I do it through the streaming, like where I do the interviews, it's alright. Very dangerous talk. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. We're gonna refuse to comment. Well, they go to bed when they're told, you know. They're disciplined enough, but they don't want to hear me shouting and bawling on here. I see my friend who had done no videos for a full month, suddenly done 2 lives today. So must have paid his internet bill. I'll say no more. I like to watch it still. He's every so often go in there and argue. It's fun. To be fair, he kind of took on the same model of what I'm doing with the Prepper podcast, and he's had some decent guests on there. Bet he can attract better guests than I can. Obviously, no offense to my guests, but if I messaged a Prepper with 200,000 followers and I've got 2,000, they'd just laugh at me. So he's doing all right with that. You should do, Miss Worm. Alaska Prepper was on his channel. I was really shocked, to be fair. Now, you say that, but technically yours wasn't a Prepper podcast, was it? It was an in-person Meet the Preppers. Not many volunteers for that one, so do appreciate that. It's got good views, that. Have you seen that recently? It's got like 4,000 views on it. Potentially, Frankie, the green of the Aurora map, which is not very... Oh, I spoke too soon. Look at that refresh. It's just retracted in. Let's move that back. Let's move the actual right page. Yeah, you had a chance of, but it's just gone in. Yep. We're losing the lights. We'll see if that completely retracts now then. Ah, go away. It's me again, Scottish. If there's solar flares and I start alive, they disappear. If there's auroras and I start alive, they disappear. I control the skies. It's me and my friends with the chemtrails. Yeah, he does talk a lot of sphericals. A very nice way of putting it. That's why I was surprised to see AP on his channel. The blue markers are just, they're supposed to link, but they don't seem to link very well. But they are just key points that you can see it from as such, or where sightings are likely. Yeah, so I've clicked on Fort William there, and it's 16.5% max score observed. So it's just more details or where they've been sighted. Bug out bike. Everyone keeps telling me, because I mentioned about because I'm working over the Pennines and I'm doing that walk in August to make sure I can actually do it. Everyone keeps saying a folding bike potentially to put in the car. I'm still not sold on it. I think I could walk better than I could cycle over Pennines. Cheers, Miss Worm. That's $1.50 for a bike with smaller wheels than a shopping trolley, though, Scottish. I don't think I could justify it. I might put it on my Amazon wish list. You never know when a rich fan might gift me. Oh, speaking of gifting me, an American company has sent me hiking shoes. How cool's that? Yeah. Well, I suppose it's not about a fashion statement if it's just a get home tool, but if it's electric, what's the kind of range on it? Because we're talking like 90 miles I've got to go. Yeah, no spoilers, so I'm going to do a video I'm going to message them and see if they'll give me a discount code to pass on to people, but I'm going to do a video on them anyway, so we'll see. They're really comfy, to be fair. You never know. You never know, miss. You do get some random things. It was actually Russian based when I googled it, but some company offered me $800 to do a 2-minute plug of a video game. I refused because it wasn't relevant to my audience. So, I mean, but if the goal was to just make money, they will. They don't even care what your channel content is. They just look at your numbers. So. These are 40 kilometers. Yeah, I suppose if I only use the battery uphill, I should be all right. Yeah, but that's the point, isn't it? If you were watching a video that I was doing about, I don't know, bug out bags for the kids, and then all of a sudden there was a 3-minute video game advert in the middle of it, or me talking about a video game, the money's not worth the credibility. Sorry, I coughed and watched the mic volume go red. I probably just deafened everyone. Was he offering money for the services there, Miss Worm? Two bikes in the boot. That's really going to ruin the boot room. You want to see the car I'm getting, honestly. It's ridiculous. The car I'm getting through. So, work have a scheme. So, I get a car. Not costing me anything, so it's fine. But it's an electric car. So, not the best choice for potential EMPs or CMEs, but it's the Atto 3. So have a little Google of the Atto 3 and look at the mad styling inside of it. I appreciate that, Scottish. I appreciate that. Didn't even offer to. Well, maybe he was waiting for a price, Miss Worm. There is some very strange people out there. At one point I was putting stuff on Vinted. It was like my friend introduced me to it, so I give it a try. So I was putting random old stuff on Vinted, and just like football shirts and stuff like that, and it was all right. But I had like 6 pairs of football socks from when I had a football team, and I put them on there. And this guy messaged me saying, "Are they used?" I was like, "I think so, but they're all clean." He said, "Oh, have they been washed?" "Oh, right, I'm not interested. Can you get people to wear them and then send them to me?" And then offered an extra 50 if somebody would finish in one of them. I was just like, this is too weird. I'm leaving this app. Hi, Lee. You joined at just the right time. Random. Right, hang on. I'll get my sock, and Miss Worm, you can say the phrases. Teamwork. Yes, Lee. Yes. Superb. Definitely. We'll we'll double the amount of subscriptions on this platform. It's all about consent, Scottish. Oh, let's refresh that Aurora page, see if it's disappearing. Yeah, I think we've seen the last there. Listen, that would require sponsorship for me to bring a sock puppet into a video. Some serious sponsorship. Especially if it's not on my hand. Oh, you decided to do that? I thought you were gonna do that, but decided against it. What are you trying to say? Trying to say I'm cheap? Fiver, 250. We're up to 750. That's how it feels. Did Gordon go for consent? That's the question. Have you got anyone with land round there, Scottish? Fiver at 3k subs. Poor Gordon. Gordon always knew. Gordon didn't need to wait for him to come out. Gordon always knew. Yeah. Well, the only other thing I could suggest is getting friendly with a local range and just tell them what you're doing. Just be honest with them and see if they'll let you just pop something up as a target and fire at it. Yeah. It'll be cool. That'd be an awesome video, to be fair. Just, I'm not sure the YouTube rules. They're very weird with stuff like that, so. But I definitely wouldn't put it on your other platform that you're on, because they like to just ban anything like that. My name's Carmen, 'cause I like cars and men. I'm not saying the next line. Oh. Have you got your license though, Lee? It has to be licensed to talk on it, remember? What's your name? Lager Fanny. I felt incomplete without finishing it. Monetization gone in one sentence. Yeah, you can go online and get the license. It's quite an easy test. Check out Everyday Prepper's channel, Lee, if you've not already. I think he goes through it in a bit more detail. But I'm a bit like Scottish. I'd plan to do it at some point, but to be fair, I'm not going to use them unless SHTF. And then, to be fair, I don't care if the CB police complain or the ham radio police. It's all going a bit weird. Only just realising. Yeah, there's a few websites where you can scan the frequencies as well. The best thing about them is you can see the audio lines running up the frequency, like a visual representation, so you can see when somebody's talking, so you can move it straight to that. Whereas obviously on the radio, you're just manually scanning. Thank you, Miss Worm. Steve will appreciate that. Are you on the forum, Lee? Get on the forum. ukprep.co.uk. That's what we're all about. Building a network. I feel like I need a disclaimer. If you take any advice from the chat box, it's on your own head. You're authorized, Miss Worm. It's manual. It's me that does it. So as soon as I see the registration, I just approve it. For some reason, the emails are not sending. Something to do with the actual SMTP on the hosting provider. So you are actually active. So whatever you use to sign up, go and log in, and you'll be able to use it. Kicked him. He shouldn't have kicked him. Nobody should have been kicked anywhere. Let me have a look at this. Nope, there is no banned emails, there's no banned users, there's no banned IPs. Nobody's been kicked. Lee, tell him to email me, ukurbanprepper@gmail.com. We'll sort it out. Yeah, I'm looking just in my admin tools and I can't see any banned emails or IPs or anything. There's no disallowed usernames. If you know him personally and you can send him a message, just tell him to email me. It's just my username at gmail.com. Just so I can find out what's going on. Cheers, Lee. Right, everybody else. The auroras are disappearing. The sun is quietening down. So I'm going to turn this off because it's a pointless live stream. It's just a news update. But we got talking. Come on, Miss Worm. ukprep.go.uk. If that comes through. ukprep.co.uk. Don't talk rubbish. Right. On that note, I'm going to leave. Thank you everyone for joining me. Appreciate the chat. Just while we had the auroras for a short period, I hope somebody got to see them. And I'll keep my solar monitoring up my end, and I will go live if there's anything to report. Bye.